I'm Elizabeth and I grew up in Berlin. I was born here and I pretty much spent my whole life here, except from 1 year where I went to the US. And in summer, because my mother is French, so I usually spend the summer in France. But yeah, the rest of the year is Berlin. It's always been Berlin. But you know, Berlin is so big that you can put me in some parts of Berlin and I will say I've never been here, I have no idea where I am, and it's like a totally other place. You know, you just move in a certain space of Berlin, you know some touristic attractions and you know some places where maybe friends of you live. And then there are some places in Berlin where you just, like it's a new city, you know, you just walk through the streets and you could be wherever in the world. If you go to München or you go to Heidelberg, it's very different from Berlin. You don't have this diversity of people, you don't have... And I don't see this typical German people, like the stereotype of a German here in Berlin. Special Coast, there are a lot of Turkish people here, there are a lot of young families, so it's changing in a sense that it's more multiculti, so they're what we call multiculti because there are a lot of different cultures living here. And for example, in my house here when you go, my neighbor on the same floor there is just a single woman working here for a year, and when you go floor under us there is a Turkish family, and we pretty much don't see the woman because she's always in her scarf, I don't know, the veil, and when her husband is not here she's not even opening the door, and she has 3 boys and she's here since 12 years and she's not even speaking really German. I mean, usually the kids are translating for her when we're talking to her. So it is very different, and we are students, 3 girls living by themselves and having boys here in this apartment, so it's very shocking for them. And even when we have parties, don't talk about parties, it's just they can't really understand what exactly we're doing. So for example, sometimes they just send their son up to, and we have to help him do the homeworks. And for them it's like, yeah, you're a woman, you can take care about the kids, you know, and we're like, no, I'm sorry, we're studying, we're doing, like, we have an active life. Because usually this woman under us is just spending the whole day with cleaning, cooking, that's it. So it's very hard, you know, sometimes to just understand what's going on in different cultures. But yeah, I like it, it's different, it's diverse. But actually you see it when you go shopping, because you have this, for example, this Bioladen, where they have all this organic food, so you know that there are people that are really caring about what they eat. And then you have this Turkish supermarket where you can get all kinds of, a lot of teas and different rice and different, Turkish food, which is, apparently it shows that there are a lot of Turkish people living here, and all the people inside this market talks in Turkish. So, and you have this typically German supermarkets where you can buy food really cheap, like Aldi, Lidl, and yeah, you see the really German part of this area. So it's funny, you see a lot of different things. There, especially in our generation, there are a lot of Turkish young people who are really good integrating themselves into the society. So you don't even really know that they are from somewhere else, and they feel German, so they're German as I am or somewhere else. Speaking about this immigration problem, because I think it's especially the older generation, they're trying just to, for example, the girls don't go to sport classes because exercising is not good for a woman and they have to show something or whatever. It's just and they say they won't get a job, but usually I think they realize pretty soon that it's good to learn something and that they want to have a good job, and they know that they have to speak German to get a good job in Germany. So I think, yeah, most of it will make it somehow. But yeah, I think it's also, I can understand why some people think that it's hard to integrate them, because not everyone is willing to integrate. So when the parents try to integrate them, it's not a problem at all. If they, yes, follow the school, if they have friends in sport clubs, if they go to, they will integrate very quickly. Good nightlife. Yeah, we don't have to pay for our studies, right? It's making life very easy for us. And yeah, you can get a lot of things. You can have a really good lifestyle even if you don't have a lot of money. So that's definitely, yeah, a big plus. Wherever you are in Berlin, you always find a bus, yeah, or a subway station close to where you live. Actually, they made publicity of our system, and they said we make the way from the Earth to the Moon 6 times a day. So if you just add all the different, routes they do during one day in all Berlin, all the buses, all the subways, and you just add them, you go to the Moon 6 times. So actually, so you can imagine how big the city is, and that there are a lot of, yeah, public transportation traffic in Berlin. I would say I will always be happy to come back to Berlin, but the hardest thing is, I think, the weather. I'm getting really depressed when it's staying grey and rainy for 3 months and you just don't see the sun at all. But during the summer you should definitely be in Berlin. It's one of the best places where you can be in the world in the summer. If you like music, you can find a lot of things, a lot of concerts going on. Then of course theaters. Sometimes you go to a ballet, or yeah, you can do, or just, yeah, hang out in a restaurant. Like the weather is now, you can find some really great places where you can just have a drink in the evening and, yeah, enjoy that it's warm. You will see when it's getting warmer, a lot of people go out, and sometimes, yeah, the city's so crowded and you're like, oh, where have all these people been during the winter? Berlin has a lot of space. And so it's great that we have so many parks and even woods where you can go swim during the summer, so the quality of the water is not so bad. I mean, it's not nice, but it's okay to go swim during the summer, and it's close by. Usually it takes you 20 minutes to go somewhere, where usually in the forest where you can really relax. When I was really young, I went to a private Catholic school, which was close by my house, and then when I was in the 5th grade, I moved to the French school, which was a little bit more, yeah, it was, yeah, not so close to the place I live, but even then it took me like 25 minutes to go there. So every morning I took the subway, and I met friends in the subway, and we always met in the same part of the train. So every morning before school we could just go together to school and go back. And yeah, of course it was a French school, so we spent almost the whole day there. So it started at 8 and we were there until 5 p.m. So we spent a lot of time in school, but yeah, it was a lot of stress because we had this German degree to do and the French degree, so we had 2 degrees in 1 year. So a lot of exams to pass for both of them, but I think we had really good. That we have these 3 different I think, yeah, it's a big discussion right now, but I think it's good to just separate the things. I know that a lot of people say that it's discrimination, because of course people who are not in a high social class, and the parents don't really care about that they do their homeworks and just put them in front of the TV. Of course they don't have the same chance basically, but there will always be children who wants to learn more, and some who just like more practice things, or not just so much into studying. So I think we have in Germany, we have a lot of this thinking that in the class you have to respect even the slower ones, that everyone is is participating and can follow what's going on. And for example, the French system is very different. Like, it's just, that's what you have to learn, and if you fail, you just fail. So in Germany they really try to explain you why you were learning something, what's your goal and what's the reason why, and French people just give you some stuff and say, okay, you have to learn this by heart and that's it. So it's very different also between two countries who are just so close by each other. Usually young people know a lot about National Socialism, and usually they also visit these concentration camps with their school. Not just Auschwitz, but different. We went to Auschwitz with our class, which was really hard because we were 15 or 16, I think, when we went there. But there are some others, like Ravensbrück, which is not so far from here. It's like an hour when you get the train. So yeah, this theme is definitely very present still in our history books, and teachers say you have to have these days and places where you have to remember and stuff like that. But I don't think that our generation still feels guilty for something. For me, it's really history, you know. Like, we learn it in the books because I was born a year after the wall went down. So for me, when I read this, it's like history. It's like for you just read it and then you're like, okay, that's my city. And of course you can see some monuments, and a lot of monuments who are commemorating the things which happened in Berlin. Berlin is a very historical city, but for us it's as historical as it is for you. You know, we just read it in books, we learn it at school. And yeah, it's nice to have it here, to see it, but usually we don't really think about it. Usually I start thinking about it when there are friends which are not from Berlin visiting me and they're asking me things. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right, I don't know exactly. Let's look it up. What is your tourist guide saying about that? I don't really know. It's all... So, yeah.
What do you think it's the same way for your parents' generation?
No, definitely not, because they knew the situation when the wall was there, when it was hard to get from one side to the other, or almost impossible. We're just sometimes making fun of and saying, yeah, people from the east are like this, or people from the west are like this, but usually, like, you don't even really know where people in Berlin come from, if they come from the east side or from the west side. So, but it's definitely different for my parents. They were there when the wall fell down, and for them it was a big event, and they really can't understand why it's so unimportant for us, because for them it's so much history, and so yeah, it's different. Berlin is a very tolerant city. You can speak the language, you can't speak the language. You will, I think you will find what you're searching for, whatever it can be.